Chapter 7 Opulence of Sri Sai. After a long connection of 15 years with Sai Baba, Dasganu Maharaj realized that Sai Baba was not just a mere fakir, but the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He therefore wrote a most outstanding, dedicated and devotional prayer which was named Sri Sainath Stavanu Manjari, Marathi, and presented to Sai Baba 37 days before Mahasamadhi. The unique feature of the book is that it consists of gracious Marathi verses in praise and glory of Sai Baba as the eternal and formless God, who appeared in human form to save and bless the mankind from drowning and sinking in the worldly ocean. In these dedicated verses, Dasganu wrote endless praises and glories which are full of reverence and adoration of Sai Baba. Still, he says that it is not enough as Sai Baba Leelas are unlimited. He says that even the greatest scriptures like Vedas and Shastras also fail to describe from where saint like Sai Baba appear and where they disappear after completion of their spiritual mission. So defining the Supreme Sadguru Sri Sai with texts and verses is not possible. Still, the slave like him cannot keep silent from glorifying the holy name with the best of the knowledge and capability rendered by God Himself. I humbly prostrate with folded hands to Sri Dasganu Maharaj for the devotional encomium and praise and glory of Sri Sainath, and pray at the lotus feet of Sadguru Sai for his divine mercy and blessings while we recite the 7th chapter of Sri Sai Gyaneshwari. Jai Sri Sai Gyaneshwari. Opulence of Sri Sai. O Sri Sai, all praises and glories to you. You are the Redeemer of sinners. You bestow mercy and blessings upon everyone. One who comes to your refuge, he becomes fearless of sufferings, neither he is afraid of the consequences of the vicious cycle of birth and death. O Sainath, remaining in your divine shelter, this dreadful-looking worldly ocean is crossed easily. I bow down my head in reverence and surrender to your lotus feet forever for your shelter and protection. O Sainath, you are living God in human form. You are yourself the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are the sun in the sky of knowledge and wisdom. You are the ocean of kindness. You are the antidote to the worldly maladies. O Sainath, you are the Chintamani, the precious gem for the downtrodden. You are the divine purifier, like the pure water of Ganges for devotees. You are like the lifeboat of those who are sinking in this worldly ocean. You are the custodian for those who are lonely and deprived. You are the refuge of the timid. O Sainath, you are the root cause of the creation, that which is the divine pure consciousness. You are the treasure of compassion. All the movable and immovable objects that we see around the universe is just your Leela. O Sainath, you are unborn, nor does death affect you. One who meditates on you concludes that you are beyond the cycle of birth and death. You have the same opulence of God. Birth and death, this bond is due to the ignorance, and you do not have even the tiniest particle of ignorance in you. You are liberated from the cycle of birth and death. You are thoroughly knowledgeable. You are a pure light of divine knowledge. Water is present in the lake, but the source of water is not the lake. The origin is somewhere else, from where the water comes to the lake. The source of water is never exhausted, and due to this, the water exists in all the lakes from the primordial times. Due to this, the lakes never get empty because the water resources always remain full. The human body is like a hollow bed of the lake, and inside the lake, life energy exists in form of pure water. There are several lakes around the world. Similarly, there are millions of living beings around the world. All have the same life energy, which is the reason for their existence. Without soul, the body is useless, and without water, there cannot be a lake. The soul, energy of existence, is the blessings of God by which everything is in existence. O Sri Sai, you are the unborn one. You are the cloud of merciful water that showers identically on everyone and has immense power of thunderbolt of Indra, king of heaven, to destroy the strong mountain of ignorance into tiny pieces. God has granted its consciousness energy, power of existence, to everyone, which is identical in all living beings, so there is no difference between them at all. Therefore, there is no possible reason to entertain dual concept of I and you. The water latent in the clouds and the water in the cloud is alike, and there is no difference between water in the clouds. The water is clean and pure. When the water of cloud falls all over the earth and reaches different rivers, lakes and wells, it assumes the shape and form of the place where it reaches. The water that falls on the holy river of Godavari bed is known as sacred and holy, and the water that falls on a well and lake cannot earn the same credit which is due to the difference of places. So, the water of well cannot earn the same prestige of Godavari river. Saints are like water of Godavari river, sacred and pure. We are like the water of pond, lake or well, and have adopted the characteristics of the place we live. And this is the basic reason of the difference between you and us. You are pure and sacred like Godavari water, and we are impure and contaminated like pond water. In the present era of 19th century, on the banks of river Godavari, in the prevailing era of Kali Yuga, the pure wave of devotion flowed that persuaded God to incarnate in the human form, whom we all know as Sri Sainath Maharaj. O Sri Sainath Maharaj, at your divine feet I make my obeisance. You are the abode of goodness, and I am full of worthlessness. I plead you not to consider my faults and uselessness. I pray to you, ignore my shortcomings. O Sri Sainath, I am a poor, wretched and ignorant being, the greatest of sinners, ridden with all 6 vices: greed, pride, anger, lust, desires, and so on. But you do not cast me off. Parasa ignores the inherent defects of iron and turns it into gold indiscriminately. Godavari river does not discard the small villages and the small streams like Lindibag that comes on its way. It purifies without any discrimination. Parasa does not take any notice of the inherent defects of the iron. Godavari purifies everything on its way, so how can you discredit me and reject me? I am full of vices within. I am a mine of unworthy qualities and character. You are capable to eliminate my vices and defects just with your kind glance. You are my Lord, and I am your humble slave. I beg you for kind mercy to destroy my unworthiness. Due to ignorance, a child always commits lots of mistakes and big mistakes. Mother always knows the mistakes, but she never scolds the child, neither she is angry with the child. She is always kind and ignores the mistakes. O Sainath, we are all your children. You are our merciful mother, so don't be annoyed with us. As a kind mother, please ignore and forgive our mistakes, and always grant us your kind grace and blessings. O Sadguru Sainath, you are like the Kalpataru, wish fulfiller of this world. You fulfill the worldly and spiritual desires of everyone. O Lord, the boat of my life is drowning in the terrific waves of this worldly ocean. You are the one and only who is capable to save me and take me across the worldly ocean. Kindly save and protect me from drowning. O Kalpataru, you fulfill my wish. O Sainath, you are Kamdhenu. You are always willing to provide eternal holy water, Amrit, to everyone. O Sainath, you are Chintamani. The person who establishes you in his heart is free from all worries. O Sainath, you are like a sun of divine knowledge. The light of your knowledge removes ignorance and darkness of this materialistic world. O Sainath, you are the greatest mine of virtues. Even a tiny fraction of the jewels from this mine uplifts the spiritual status of a devotee. O Sainath, you are the auspicious and beneficial to everybody. You are a real ladder to heaven, eternal abode. One who follows you reaches heaven for sure. O Sadguru Sainath, you are the purest and pious one. Anyone who comes near you becomes pious and holy and starts acquiring virtues and wisdom. O Sainath, you are the embodiment of peace and bliss. Devotees derive peace, comfort, and happiness from you. Like a cloud, you shower peace and solace to the disrupted mind of the devotee. O Sainath, you are the Supreme Self, present everywhere in everyone's heart. You are like a gigantic ocean, and all living beings are like a drop of that ocean. There is no difference in the water of ocean and a droplet of water. Both are same, but you are infinite and unlimited like ocean, and we are limited like a droplet of water. You are the owner of the infinity and eternity. We are like a tiny dot on a piece of paper. O Sainath, you are like the sun, the illuminate of knowledge. The light of your knowledge is without any duality. Still, due to ignorance, we are not able to remove the darkness from our mind. O Sainath, you are the personification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the best among all the beings. You are the treasure house of all the knowledge and wisdom. Your teachings are not merely knowledge, but it is for the welfare of mankind. Being the Supreme, you have embodied as normal human being. O Sainath, you are the abode of peace and forgiveness. You forgive sinner, convict, criminal, and all those who come and seek your shelter, and you guide them to the righteous path. Under your supervision, the depressed and agitated mind gets relaxed and satisfied. O Sainath, you are the ultimate resting abode of all the devotees. You also influence non-devotees to come to your comforting abode. O Sainath, bless your stubborn and sinful child like me and millions of others who are anxious for your blessings. O Sri Sainath, your contemporary manifestation in Kali Yuga and your manifold manifestation are really difficult to understand by ordinary human beings. There is no knowledge about your caste or creed, nor did you reveal it to anybody. If it was, people would have known. You are unborn. Surely you are the personification of God itself. O Guruvara, you are the epitome of God who keep on appearing on earth in various different forms and in various different times. Whenever God lands on earth, people call him by some name so that everyone knows and remembers him for times to come. So what people think factual about you, they have named you, which everyone has recognized, and that name became a definite name. In this Kali Yuga, you are the incarnation of God, and everyone knows you by the name of Sadguru Sri Sai. O Sainath, your glory is beyond the glory of formless. You are surely the God who is primordial. You are not bounded to any caste or creed, religion or irreligion. You are beyond that. You are infinite. You are the supreme Guru among all the Gurus. You are the idol of knowledge. You are the perfect living Guru. Definitely, you are the creator of this world. You are primordial cause of creation. O Sainath, your incarnation on earth had some special mission. Incarnate removes the ill feelings and discrimination among people. At the incarnation time, the land of India had too much hatred among Hindus and Muslims. Both were opponents and stood against each other. You brought unity and amity between Hindus and Muslims by living in a masjid and worshipping fire, thereby establishing symbolic peace, harmony, and brotherhood between the religions. O Sainath, you are beyond the limitations of caste and religion. You made true endeavors to establish brotherhood between religions. You are a real Brahman, God, the essence of truth. Your deeds establish these facts. If anyone disputes or disagrees, he may do so, but all the arguments become hopeless in front of you. Truth is always truth. One who is God, then how can anyone deny the real fact? O Sainath, the horses of argument run in the open fields, but before the coach they stop. Similarly, all the surmises and conjectures vanish in front of you, and the insignificant words don't have the power to prevail before you. O Sri Sainath, I wish to applaud your esteemed glory wholeheartedly. My encomium for your esteemed glory is becoming little and insignificant. Yet I do not want to remain silent. You are the resource and treasure of encomium. You take notice of my incapable words and bless me with the power of expression as my lyrics to describe your admiration and glory. As the encomium words are the only method by which one can express the inner feelings of the heart. The verses written in praise and rhymes become devotional literature, which is quite significant for the welfare of common masses. O Sainath, I plead before you to bless me with some encomium of words by which I can possibly describe your sacred life history and your revered personality. I wish to be allowed and always continue doing this virtuous deed and feel honored by doing so. By writing and describing your glory, I will proffer my gratification to you. Thus, grant me your compassionate blessings. Saints have distinguished features. Saints are higher than deities. The distinction between mine and thine doesn't arise before them and does not find any place in their proximity. For them, devotees and non-devotees are the same, and they do not differentiate between them. They don't have enmity with anyone. They are uniform to everyone. Deities can be offended or irritated, but saints never get annoyed or upset with anyone. Saints are like the sun, the grace of which is illuminating. Like sun is for everyone, likewise saints are for everyone. Sun removes darkness. Similarly, saint removes ignorance and wickedness of minds. Saints are pleasing as moon. Their blessings are like moonlight. As moon provides coolness to the earth, similarly, saints provide peace and solace to hostile mind. O Sainath, you are sun as well as moon for us. O Sri Sainath, saints are like soothing musk. Their blessings are like fragrance that magnetizes everyone. Like the fragrance of sandalwood, fascinate everyone. Similarly, the blessings of saints entice and inspire everyone. Saints are also like juicy sugarcane. Their blessings are like the sweetness of sugarcane. Like the juice of sugarcane satisfies everyone with its sweetness and freshness, similarly, saint blesses with knowledge and devotion, which provides sweetness and satisfaction to the heart. Saints do not discriminate between noble and ignoble. For them, there are no friends and no enemies. They are kind and compassionate with good and bad ones. On the contrary, saints are more bothered towards sinners, convicts, wicked. Their love for sinners is immeasurable to bring them to a righteous path. Soiled and dirty clothes are brought for cleaning on the water of Godavari, Ganges river. After washing, clothes get clean and they can be placed in a trunk and are not required to be cleaned any further, as they are cleaned in the pure water of Ganges. Those clothes that even comes for once in the bed of Godavari river also get cleaned and become pure. The dirt and the dust is removed and becomes worthy of keeping it in a trunk. Likewise, human, if they even come for once to the doorsteps of saint, they get purified and qualify the status of purity. Human are like clothes, dirty and contaminated with the 6 vices. Godavari is the unshakable belief and faith, and the water of Godavari is Sadguru's blessings. The trunk is eternal abode, moksha. Once the clothes come to the bank of Godavari, they are clean to be kept in a trunk. Similarly, it does not matter how much dirty and contaminated a human is, but once the belief in Sadguru has been initiated or risen, very soon they will start receiving the stream of pure blessings that would wash out all the impurities and make them pure and pious to reach to the door of moksha. O Sri Sai, the darshana, glimpse of your lotus feet is like bathing in the holy river of Godavari, by which our filth, past sins will be washed away and we will become pure and worthy, as clean clothes that could be kept in a trunk. You are capable, Samartha, to purify the ones coming to you with faith and confidence. O Sainath, we are worldly people. While living in this materialistic world, we have gathered thick layer of impurities. Subsequent, we all have gone filthy and dirty. So, we are the eligible ones to come to the bank of Godavari for cleaning. Kindly wash out our sins and impurities with the pure stream of your blessings. We are the right ones seeking glimpse of your lotus feet. O Sri Sainath, the water of Godavari is considered as pure as holy, and I wish to bathe in this holy water and wash all my sins. But the accumulated loads of my sins is very heavy. It is full of my negligence and offense. If the abundant water of Godavari is not able to clean the heavy load of my dirt, then it will be a discredit to the reputation of Godavari, and its glory might decrease. But the pure water of Godavari cannot be blamed for this, as it is me who is carrying such a heavy burden of sins. However, I firmly believe that how big and heavy the weight of my sins are, the holy water of Godavari will definitely be able to wash them off, because the pure water of Godavari is itself my Sadguru Sri Sainath, who is truly capable and Samartha in all respect. O Sri Sainath, you are the cool tree with abundant of foliage that provides calm and peaceful shade to all those who seek shelter under you. We are the travelers in this transitory world. We are suffering from the scorching heat of the sun rays and getting burnt in this world due to threefold miseries in life: fragile body, mysterious destiny, and materialistic temptations. O Sainath, a dense tree provides coolness under its shade. A person takes shelter under a dense tree to obtain some comfort and protection from the scorching rays and the blazing heat. O compassionate one, you are known in the world for your kindness and mercy. The benign grace of your shelter is incredibly gracious. We have come to seek the refuge of your benign grace. You being so merciful, protect us from the scorching heat of the miseries of this world and provide us the cool shade of your mercy. Who will call the tree as shade-giving tree if it does not provide cool shade and shelter to the travels from the scorching heat of the sun? While we may call this as tree, but it is not shade-providing tree. O Sainath, you are a shelter provider. your grace and blessing is the shelter for all of us. Please save and protect us from all the three types of unbearable sufferings of this world. O Sri Sainath, whom Vedas also cannot describe, and in the end they become quiet and observe silence, and had to say that there is more about God who is formless, which is beyond their knowledge and comprehension. By endowing it with form for the sake of mankind, you have reduced the importance of the formless. O Sri Sainath, you are the true Guru, the supreme saint. Your prevalent grace mercy is unbelievable and difficult to describe. You are like the pious river which is purifying the living beings on earth. You are even greater over God Himself who is truth, knowledgeable, bliss. O dweller of Shirdi village, not able to say anything more, I have run out of my words, for your glory is unlimited and infinite. I only know that you are our mother and father. As a mother, you protect us, and a father, you take care of us. O Sri Sainath, your Leela, real-life stories are endless and never-ending. No one can comprehend them. I am not able to write all of them. So how can I do justice to my duty to write up in your honor and esteemed glory? The vast opulence of your glory and Leela is impossible to express in words or plebeian speeches. You have incarnated in Shirdi to rescue the sinner and downtrodden. After pouring water in earthenware lamps, you have lighted them just with water. O Sainath, this is godly opulence by which the earthen lamps, after receiving water from your divine hands, got burnt up. Then why will these poor, downtrodden, unprivileged, and incapable will not receive mercy and blessings from you? They will surely be rescued by you. You made a wooden plank of handful width, 1¼ yard in length, and less than a foot wide, as your bed for sleeping and hung it from the ceiling merely by chindi. This wondrous miracle can only be performed by a divine Yogi Raj, who has enormous yogic supremacies. O Sainath, you are the Lord of good fortune and auspiciousness. You can become weightless at any moment. Your sleeping method has been witnessed by many in Shirdi village. The barrenness of many women you have completely eradicated and filled their lap with children. The ailment and disease of many you have cured permanently. You have blessed Udi, ashes, which is the cure to all kind of vices and sins. O Sainath, Udi given by your divine hands contains your blessings. Thereby the sufferings convert to happiness. You are the supreme personality of Godhead. You have eliminated the worldly sufferings of many. Nothing is impossible for you. Many a times you endured the sufferings of devotees upon you. You are like a huge elephant and we are like ants. The weight of an ant is nothing for an elephant. You are the divine elephant carrying the weight of millions of ants like us. Merely on a humble plea or whisper of your devotees, you instantly get up in action to help and protect them. For you, this huge exertion is just very easy and normal. O Guruvara, you are extremely kind and merciful to one who surrenders unto you. No one has ever returned empty-handed from your door. I have surrendered myself at your lotus feet. I pray you to not turn me back. The opulence of God is that He is given something to everyone. Likewise, it is your opulence that you fulfill wishes and desires of everyone who come to your doorstep. You never turn back anyone. You the King of Kings. You are richer than Kuber, deity of wealth. You are the treasure chest. Even after distributing to millions, still remains full. It never reduces. You are divine par excellence, and no one is superior to you. Sadguru Sri Sainath, Arpanamastu Shubham Bhavatu.